Hi, it's Future from Sewmate. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be showing you how to draft a cowl sleeve pattern, so be sure to stick up to the end so that you can see how to put all this together. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do, and make sure to turn on your notification bell so that each time I upload new videos you get notified. You will need a basic sleeve block to do this. I've got a tutorial on this channel on how you can make one. I'll leave a link in the description below and the link above. So starting with our basic sleeve block, mine is going to be a short sleeve, so we're going to trace around from elbow notch to elbow notch, making sure to mark all the notches. Lift your block, draw in your elbow line and square down your grain line, drawing in my underarm line. Now at the sleeve head, I'm going to come down 1.5 centimeters to remove ease that we have there, and we're going to come in 2 centimeters at the elbow line on each side to just make it a snug fit around the elbow. So connect this point straight to the underarm point like I'm doing here for both sides. Now coming down 1.5 centimeters, square a little line. Get your sleeve block back and get an awl and just move your sleeve from side to side like I'm doing and just blend in a nice curve. So this whole part is not included in our pattern anymore. Cut around your pattern. Next, measure 7.5 centimeters from the grain line on each side. Using my tape measure, I'm just walking it through the sleeve head there for 7.5 centimeters, put a mark. Do the same on the other side, 7.5 centimeters, put another mark. Then I'm gonna go 3 centimeters, put a mark, another 3 centimeters, put a mark, 3 centimeters, put a mark, 3 centimeters, put a mark. So 3 centimeters apart. Then coming to the underarm point, we're going to go down 2.5 centimeters and put a mark. Go a further 5 centimeters, put a mark, another 5 centimeters, put another mark. So these are 5 centimeters apart. Connect straight lines like I'm doing here, using all these points that we marked on the pattern on both sides. So we're going to be cutting through all these lines. In the direction of the scissors that I've drawn there. So make sure on these points you're not going to go through the sleeve head. You're going to, but not through the sleeve head. And for the grain line, you're going to the elbow line, but not through it. So this is our back sleeve with 2 notches and front sleeve with 1 notch. Now cutting through the grain line, but not through the elbow line. And cutting through the rest of the lines too, but not through the sleeve head there like I'm doing here. For all 6 lines. Now put the pattern on the side. Grab a fresh pattern paper. Leave a little bit of space at the top, about 2 to 3 centimeters, and draw a straight line like I'm doing here. Draw a straight line down, make sure it's squared to the straight line that was there. So this is going to be our grain line for the original sleeve pattern. So we're going to be measuring 7.5 centimeters on each side of the grain line again. So this distance can be anything from 5 to 10 centimeters. You just play around with yours to see what works best for you. Put 2 marks like I've done there, 7.5 centimeters away from the grain line. Now bring your pattern back and we're going to go ahead, grab this point and put it on to this point here, making sure that our sleeve is straight with the straight line that we put there, like I'm doing here, and tap everything down. Now repeat the same with this point too. Align it with the point that we marked and align the rest of the sleeve with the straight line that's there, and tap everything down like I'm doing here. Next, straighten your pattern at the same time aligning your grain line at the elbow with the grain line on the pattern paper below like I'm doing here, and tap everything down on both sides. Just spread everything out nicely, and with the curved ruler just smoothen some of these point edges. Now transferring my notch to the edge and just smoothening this section here. We don't need a pointy edge here as well. Now I'm adding a seam allowance at the top, 1 centimeter. You can add more, like 5 centimeters if you want to put a facing instead. And adding a hem allowance, 1 centimeter. Smoothing everything out with the curved ruler. And adding notches around the pattern. Now I'm going to add my grain line, which is going to be on bias, using my protractor here. So you can either cut it the other way or this way as well. And labeling the pattern, cowl sleeve, cut 1 pair, and I put my initial. Cut around your pattern. So our sleeve pattern's finished, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to put everything together now. So I'm using a fabric with a bit of drape in it. This time I'm using a crepe fabric. Make sure you've got a fabric with some drape in it. For example, satin, crepe, rayon, and chiffon fabrics. Now this is the grain line I'm following. Make sure that it's parallel to the grain line of the fabric like I've done here, since we're cutting all these patterns on bias. Cut around your pattern. I'm going to be cutting 2 pieces here because I'm going to be showing you 2 ways of which you can sew this together. Now for the first method, we're going to make a double turned hem at the top there. So 5 millimeters, since I put a 1 centimeter seam allowance. Then for the second one, we're going to take the sleeve pattern, turn it on itself, right sides facing halfway, and we're going to pin along the top edge here like I'm doing here. So we'll take this to the sewing machine and sew along this top part and overlock it. Let's go and do all that. So that's it, sewn and overlocked, and we're going to turn it to the right side now. Okay, so the first sleeve is done already. See, the cowls are coming out nicely, and you just go ahead and sew on your sleeve head to the armhole like you would normally. And this is the other option. Bring the edges together like that at the sleeve head, and you're just going to give it a top stitching there just to put everything together, just the way I'm showing you. I'm gonna do that at the sewing machine. Okay, that's done. Arranging my cowls there. Look, they're all coming out good as well. So this one will be open right here in the middle, and it's finished as well. So both the two types are finished, and you just go ahead and sew them as usual, as you would with normal sleeves. So now I'm going to show you how they look on my mannequin here, looking all nice and drapey. For both types, so this is the first type and coming into the second type now. All looking good, so go ahead and make yourself some cowl sleeves. Thank you so much for watching.